Now, one of the things that Quicken Home and Business does is it actually mixes both the cash and accrual counting methods so that you'll be able to look at your business at a glance in a very simplified way. What that means then is we can take a look at payments that we know we're going to have to make based on our recurring patterns to be able to look at our cash position. So one of the things that we can do is we can actually go to this Tools menu. We can then go to this link that says Manage Bill and Income Reminders. And based on the information that Quicken has pulled over, it will try to guess about which payments you're making on a regular basis. And typically they will put them in a screen that gives you a couple of choices. And you'll notice these that you'll see here, that there are two, and you're looking at them here. So what we can do with these transactions is that we can actually do what's called scheduling. And when we schedule them, Quicken will actually place them on a calendar so that we'll know we have those payments that are going to be due, they're going to come out of our account, and then we'll be able to look at what's going to happen in the future. So what we'll do in this case is we will go to this area where it says Action, and then we will click Yes. And what we're saying yes to is we're saying yes, we want to schedule this in the future on our calendar. Now we can make any edits that we want to make inside of this screen. Most importantly, you'll notice that Quicken will remind us that this actually comes out of our account every 27th day of the month, and this was evident when the data was pulled over from your account. We'll note that it is from a particular PayPal account, and what we can do is we can actually add in the category that it's going to come out of every time. So we can actually do that in this bill reminder. When we do that, you're going to notice that we can actually write in the category, and we can use one that we've used previously, or we can create a new one as we have in other places. We can write a memo to ourselves. This memo is going to show up every month, and then we can actually tag it with some additional information. We can use tags that are already in place, or we can actually add a tag. Once we've written in the information we want for this recurring payment, we can actually click OK. Quicken will then have us tell it that we want to add a new tag. We'll click Save. Now we can actually add in data, and whenever you have the opportunity to add information, it's a good idea to add some of this information in when you have the opportunity and when you actually have the time. More information is typically going to be better than less when you're documenting what it is that you're actually doing. You can actually sync this to Outlook, and what this will do is this will remind you on your Outlook calendar that there's a payment that's going to be coming out of your account. If you were going to actually pay this out of your bill, or whether or not it's going to come out automatically, and you want to just make sure that you know that it's going to be coming out of your account. If you were actually going to be writing a check to pay this, you can actually do that with this particular box. So once we've completed this, we can then click the Done button. Once we've done that, we can then click the Enter button. Once we do that, we can actually enter this transaction into our register. We can determine how it's going to be paid. If it's going to be paid automatically, we can call this an EFT, and then we can click Enter Transaction. And when this transaction happens inside of our account and we pull this data over at that point in the month, Quicken will actually match the two transactions and will not double count it. So we can actually do the same with any of the other transactions that we have here. And we can do this in a way so that, again, when Quicken brings the information over, it will match the information that we're putting in, talking about transactions that will happen in the future. So let's go ahead and change this transaction. And when we'll do this, you'll notice that Quicken has made a guess as to what this is. And it's guessed that this is a home bill. We want to actually go ahead and change that category. I'm going to do that by changing this to a business expense. And we want to do that and change it to the proper expense. Once we've done that, we can then click Done. And then we can enter this transaction into the register. Okay, so with that, thanks, and I will see you in another video.